Hey everybody, Jared Little with Kingdom Candidates Church Staffing Made Simple. Today's message is all for churches that want to do hiring on their own. What do you do when you're getting ready to make a church hire? You know you found out one of your pastors is stepping down, or one of your staff members, or you've grown and it's time to hire a new pastor or a new admin or a new communications person. What do you do when that time comes? A lot of churches, in my experience, in my conversations, jump straight to the job post. They start gathering candidates, and they haven't done what I call as the PPP process, which is the pre-post preparation. Pre-post preparation. See, the best way to make an effective hire is to first take a look at who you are, assess your vision, assess your strategy, and assess your values. Assess where you are going, your vision, and if you have a vision, which you should as a church, what is your strategy and how effective are you right now at executing that vision? It's really important that churches take this step. I encourage churches to assess their vision and their strategy and also the measurements. How are they getting to reach those goals? I encourage them to assess this every 18 to 24 months. Why? Because when you assess your vision and your strategy and also your values, who you are, the things you put on paper, say, this is who we are as a church, this is our culture, this is our ethos, this is the values by which we live by as a church, that we embody as a community of believers in Jesus Christ. When you do those things, you find out where you're on board, where you're executing, where you're doing well, and conversely, you also learn where you may be falling short. And both figuring out where you're doing well and executing your vision and where you're falling short are very healthy to write down and put on paper. I'm a big fan when hiring candidates, when bringing them in to see who you are, when putting things on paper. I've talked about in other video blogs about some of the best things you can do is write a pastor search prospectus and tell candidates who you are. See, when you write these things down because you've assessed your vision and your strategy and your values, you're communicating who you are and where you're doing well and where you fall short. What you're actually communicating is that you as a church have humility. When you hire a candidate, the best thing that you can do is this thing I call no surprises. Don't surprise the candidate. Say, hey, you pitched me yourselves as X, and I'm finding you out to be Y. Or how come I never saw these landmines? Now, you'll never be able to communicate every weakness of a church or every quote-unquote landmine, the issues that pop up, the elephants in the room. But as a church, you can humbly talk about where you're executing God's vision and where you're falling short, where you have values written on paper, but you're not actually living some of those values. It's absolutely important that you communicate who you are as a church, your strengths, and also your weaknesses, because we don't want candidates, you don't want candidates that feel like they've had a bait and switch pulled on them. Hey, Triple P, pre-post preparation, one of the best steps you can do in that is assess your vision, assess your strategy, and assess your values and where you are accomplishing God's best for your church and where you may be falling short. Put it on paper and bless the heck out of your candidates by showing them who you are and who you're not. God bless. Check us out, kingdomcandidates.com. You want to reach out to us and via email and get a conversation started, we'd love to get that too. Email info@kingdomcandidates.com. Check out our website. We'd love to get you up there and hiring candidates on your own. God bless.